Okay, so good evening, everyone. So tonight, let me let you know what we're doing. Well, actually, it's up on the board, what we're doing tonight. Yeah. Oh, please, yes. Thank you. So we are going to practice with the cursors a little bit before we move on to our next. Actually, you're gonna, wait, what are we doing? We're going to review the cursors and we're going to, okay, then we talk about formatting labels. Okay. Okay, so I need my recording. Yes, I'm recording. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Okay, so get ready to join Zoom, but don't join until I ask you to join. But get ready, be ready to join when I ask you to join. So we're going to, excuse me. Oh, are these belong to anyone here?
It was mine, but I don't want it anymore.
I've been sitting, holding it here for a while.
Yes, I forgot. I don't want it.
What about this? Anyone? No? Okay.
It's too big and make me like.
Okay. So we are going to review the cursors, how to use the cursors. So go ahead and open your evening practice workbook. Evening practice. What's that? What's that? Okay, so when I ask you to show how to use a certain cursor, we are using the data worksheet in the evening practice workbook. Okay, so someone wants to volunteer to go first? No one wants to volunteer to go first? What I need you to do?
Yes.
We are going to practice using the cursors in Excel. So how we're going to do it is I'm going to the students who are here, I'm going to ask you to join Zoom. And then show on Zoom, and you're going to explain how you use the cursor.
Okay.
Students that are already on Zoom will just share their screen. So you join, but I don't want you to join Zoom right now. I want you to have it ready.
Okay.
Because if you join Zoom, it's going to make a lot of right. So just have it ready. So when I call you, you can just click join and then share your screen. Okay. So I need someone to volunteer first instead of me picking someone. Who wants to volunteer? Okay, Hadi, go ahead, go join Zoom and share your screen. And let me stop sharing. Hmm? Hmm? What's that noise? Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. Share your screen. Where's your, I asked everyone to open their practice, evening practice workbook. Okay. So I want you to this explain to us how to use the select mode cursor to select from A1 to A7. What do you do? Where in the cell do you click? You have to put your mouse pointer in the center of the cell. And mm. Uh-huh. Go ahead. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Okay, you could stop sharing and you can leave Zoom. Okay, someone else wants to volunteer next? Armand, you want to go next? Go ahead, share your screen. Okay, I want you to use, show us how to use the row resizing cursor. Resize any row that you choose. Explain to us how you do it. You're muted. No, Armand.
I want to resize row 3,
Okay.
A3,
Huh?
row 3.
What did you say?
I want to resize row 3.
Okay, go ahead. Explain to us what you're doing. Whoops, 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 whoops. Explain to us what you need to do. Oh, geez, Arman. Click away, click away, click away. Explain what you're doing. You're muted. Click away. Click away, Armand. Okay. Unmute your microphone. Enrique, don't get on Zoom. Oh, John is here. He's on Zoom.
Okay. I want to resize row 3.
Uh-huh. What do you need to do?
I put the cursor, I click on the cursor on row 3 at the middle.
No. No, who would like to help Armand with how
No,
to resize?
I want to resize.
Wait, no, you need help, you need help.
Put it in middle of 3 and 4, in the middle line.
They come.
I think he's listening to me, so. Yes. He said, you said you are,
Just
I
speak
want to resize row 3.
to him.
yes, I am speaking to him.
No, don't do anything.
Oh,
Just speak.
Armand, you put your cursor in the middle of 3 and 4. That line number, line, you remember, in the line up? No,
Yeah.
not this one, not this cursor. Between 3 and 4. Yes,
Between-
yes.
yeah.
A little bit to the numbers. Go a little, yes, now expand, resize it.
Click and drag.
Yeah, click and resize it.
Click and drag down.
Click and drag.
Click and drag down.
Drag down.
Yeah, maybe 30.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, you can stop sharing, Armand. Any questions? If you have any questions, just shoot them out, okay?
Okay, miss.
Okay, so who wants to volunteer next? Go ahead, join Zoom and share your screen. Yeah, I know it's slow. Which are you using? Are you using AT&T or are you using student?
AT&T. I'm using AT&T.
Okay, in the meantime, let's just have Dexter do one. Go ahead and share your screen, Dexter.
Which one you want me to do?
Open maximize you don't have the practice, click file, click file, click open. Oh, you never created? You never created? You never created the evening practice workbook? No, you never created the evening practice workbook. No, it would show here if you had created it, Dexter. Okay, stop sharing.
I didn't save it. That's
What?
why it's blank.
What?
I said I made it, but I didn't save it and I closed it out. That's why it's a blank one.
But we've been using the same one, what? This is
Yeah,
the second week that we're using that same.
yeah, I know. I just been adding on to it, but haven't been saving it. Like I make a new one every class.
That's not what we're doing. We are creating worksheets inside the workbook so that you're learning in the process of how to use. You need to create one. Go ahead and save one as EVE, capital E, capital V, capital E. Practice and save it in the Excel folder in OneDrive. Okay, go ahead, share your screen, Linda. So Enrique, go ahead and join Zoom again so that you'll be ready when Glenda is finished. Can't share your screen? Okay, maximize the.
Okay.
Okay. Show us how to use the fill tool, right? So I want you to use the fill tool to, wait, let me tell you what you're gonna do. To fill today in G1, fill it all the way down to G5 using the fill tool. Explain what you're doing.
Okay, you say G1. Oh my goodness. I think it's this one, right? So I have to go to the little square in the corner and then click and drag. Like this. Oh, G5. Okay.
Any questions, anyone? Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Enrique, you're next. So I asked them to use the column selector cursor to select column H.
I'm putting the I'm putting the cursor on the H. There.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. So what I was saying is that when you are using these cursors, you have to be careful to put the mouse pointer directly on the letter. Don't put your mouse pointer down here where it's going to change to a different cursor. Or don't put it over here where it's going to change to a different cursor. Put your mouse pointer right smack on the letter, and then you click. The same with the row. You put the mouse pointer, you see, changes immediately. So you put it right on the number, right on the number. So you don't have to worry about it changing to that or changing to that, because it can change so fast. So you put it directly on the number and then you select. The resizing cursor, the column resizing cursor. You have to put it, there's a line between each column. Look at the A. There's a line between A and B. You put your mouse pointer right on the line, not down here. You put it right there in the middle on the line, and then you can resize. If you don't practice this, you're not going to get it. If you don't practice this, you are wasting your time learning Excel. If you don't practice it. Because if you don't practice it, you're not going to learn how to use Excel. You need to know how to use the cursors in order to do Excel. That's the main thing that you have to do in Excel. But it's something you have to decide that you want to practice, you want to learn Excel. Excel is not difficult. It's not difficult at all. You just have to do some more practice than you do in Word. You just have to practice certain things. But you have to make that decision yourself. Okay, let's move on. Any questions about the cursors before we move on? Okay. So where are we? And by the way, make sure that when we finish at night, you save your evening practice workbook. You have to save it. Otherwise, if you don't save it, you're going to lose what you did that day. Because sometimes you might wait and then close it and then don't realize it will ask you, because it's going to ask you if you want to save it or not save it or cancel. So sometimes you'll forget, then you'll see, you click don't save. But when you click don't save, you lose everything that you did. So before you close it, save. Go to the quick access toolbar, click the save command, and then you don't have to worry what to choose, save, don't save, or cancel. Okay? Okay, so we've been talking about entering and formatting labels. So we talked about, let's see what we did yesterday. We talked about entering labels and entering values. So labels are aligned on which side of the cell? Huh?
The letters in the
On the left side. Labels are aligned on the left side of the cell. And values are aligned where in the cell?
Right side.
On the right side of the cell. We talked about the formatting, right? I noticed that some students, when they want to enter something in Excel, they double click. No, you don't have to double click unless you're editing. You double click when you are editing, when you want to change something in the cell. But when in a blank cell, you just make the cell active and type. That's it. If you want to delete something in a cell and replace it with something else, you do the same thing. You just click that cell. You don't have to double click. You just click that cell. And what's today? Wednesday. And when I type Wednesday, it immediately changes, it deletes what was there and it replaces immediately. I don't have to double click in it. But that's why you have to be very careful in Excel, because you can replace something so easily. So you might not know, you might not realize a certain cell is active, and you go and you do something on your keyboard and it replaces whatever was in that cell. So you have to be very careful. Okay, so we talked about formatting, right? We talked about entering labels and entering values. We talked about the formatting commands in the font group. We talked about the alignment commands in the alignment group. You have your vertical alignment, you have your horizontal alignments, you have your orientation, which is different orientation from what you have in Word. You have your wrap text, right? Whenever you have a long sentence that goes into other cells, but they're really not in the other cells. They just look like they're in the other cells because there's nothing to the right. And so you just wrap text to have lines so that you can see everything that's in that cell. Because if the cell is a certain size and there's something in the cell to the right, you're not going to see all of it. If it's a certain size and you haven't wrapped it, right? So in order to see what's in the cell, you use the wrap text command. We also talked about the styles group, right? The cell styles. The cell styles. This applies formatting to individual cells. That's why the name is cell styles. So we looked at the good, the bad, and the ugly here at the top, right? We talked about how these commands are important in Excel because when you're looking at a worksheet with a bunch of numbers, it's difficult to identify certain things. So the best way to make it easy for someone to read a worksheet is to apply some formatting. So certain things will just be there for everyone to see easily. So that's why you would use some of these formattings, because you just don't want black and white numbers and text and trying to make sense of it. You don't want that. That's why there are all of these formattings to help you make the worksheet easy to read. That's why these formattings are important. So let's see where we left off. Okay, so we talked about the difference in the groups on the Home tab, the difference between the font group in Word and the font group in Excel. Excel has less commands in the font group because it is not a word processor. It's a number cruncher. It's not just number cruncher though. It does a lot of things with text, with labels. It does a whole lot of stuff with labels. Okay, and the paragraph group in Word is alignment in Excel, but there are differences. And the styles group in Word, there's only one gallery in the styles group in Word. The styles group in Excel has 3 different galleries, very important galleries. Okay, any questions about that? Okay, so let's go back to our practice. 1 second. I forgot the name of the worksheet. Yeah, the worksheet. Okay, yeah. Okay, oh, formatting. Okay, so we're gonna create a new worksheet. Right now we have three worksheets. We have the elements worksheet, we have the cursors worksheet, we have the data worksheet, and now we have a new worksheet. So click on it and rename it. It's going to be, the name is going to be formatting. Formatting. Let me see, do I have it written somewhere? I think I have it. No, I deleted it. Wait. No, I didn't write it. Okay. Okay. So the name, let me write it for you. The name is going to be formatting. 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 And make sure you finalize it. Okay. So you can just press enter to finalize it. Okay. So we're going to start. Fair, you have your handout? No? John, you have your handout? Page 19, the first paragraph, please. Yes, that's it.
When you enter data, you can fill in the same data using the concept of methods. The first method uses the field to field. And enter the data into the cell and place the mouse pointer in the lower.
The mouse what?
Pointer.
The what?
So,
Also,
it says pointer for my phone.
It says pointer?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Maybe a mouse pointer.
The pointer into the lower right corner of the cell.
Okay, sorry.
Until the field is visible. Then click. Hold and drag until you have filled in all the cells where you want to enter the data. The second method is much similar. Click a cell where you want the data to be entered. Then place the mouse pointer lower right on the cell until the field 2 is visible and drag across where the data will enter. Type in the data you want enter and press Ctrl plus enter.
Okay, thank you. So we're only going to use the first one. We're not going to bother with that second one. So using the autofill tool, we've talked a little bit about it. Let's talk a little bit more about it. Autofill fills in, you use it to fill in other cells, either with the same label, because you do it only with labels. You don't do it with values. You do it only with labels. You want to fill in the same label in the other cells, or you want to create a sequence, right? Like instead of doing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, you can do that. You can use autofill to do that. Or you can tell tell Excel that you want it to do a sequence, right? A sequence is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, January, February. You can do a sequence like that. Okay, let's do it first. Okay, let's enter 1 in A1 and do Control Enter. And we're going to use autofill to row 12. So let's use our autofill and fill in the rest of the cell all the way to row 12. And you see, it just fills in the same number in all the cells. Let's click cell C1. If you want a sequence, you have to tell Excel that you want a sequence. So it's different from if you want the same thing in all the cells. You have to enter 2 numbers to tell Excel that you want a sequence. And the 2 numbers will explain to Excel what type of sequence you want, right? If you want numbers one following the other, you just type, let's say 1, press enter, then type 2, and then press shift and enter. Shift and enter takes us back up. Then we use the select mode cursor. We put it in the center of cell C1. We click and we drag down to select both of them. And then we use the autofill all the way down to row 12. Let's go ahead and use the autofill down to row 12. And as you drag down on the lower right corner, it tells you what is going in, what's going to be placed in each of the cells. Let me do that again so we can see that. As we move down, you see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It tells us what's being entered in each of the cells. Now we can have that sequence, one right after the other. But if we want a different type of sequence, if we want to count in tens, let's say we start with 10. Let's start with 10. Let's click in E1. Let's start with number 10. Always, when you want a sequence, you need 2 numbers. Press enter and then type 20. And then let me know if I'm going too fast. Then shift and enter. And then we select both of them. And then we do autofill. Autofill. And there we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We're counting in tens. That's also a sequence, right? Mm-hmm.
Mathematics is easier.
Ah,
The mathematics is easier.
the what?
Mathematical is easier.
How do you mean?
Well, I'm always afraid about the numbers. But with this tool,
Yeah. 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 A lot of people think Excel is difficult. It's not. It's not. It makes work so easy. Okay, so let's say we want to count in thousands, right? Let's say we want to count in count in, I'm trying to think of something easy. So we want to count, let's say, huh? Uh-huh. Okay, so let's. Uh-huh. So let's do, okay, so let's do.
Let me see, Orlando, please.
Huh?
On let me see where am I?
What?
On C, the way you say I could count from on the C A until 12.
What?
I didn't get the words you said for C A, where you should count the.
What are you talking about? You mean C1, cell
Yes.
C1?
Cell C1 to 12 to count the number, to change the numbers.
You have to enter 1 and then you have to enter 2 at the, below. And then you select both of them.
Uh-huh.
You select both and then you use autofill.
Autofill. Where are you?
You got it?
Oh yeah. Autofill.
All you have to do is type 1 in C1, then type 2 in C2.
Okay.
And then you select both of them.
Okay.
And then you use the fill tool and drag down to row 12.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that's enough with numbers.
Oh.
Okay, so now with labels, that's with values. Let's look at labels. So let's say you type your first name in G1, cell G1.
Okay.
And then press Control Enter, and it keeps that as the active cell. And then when let's do the autofill down to row 12, and you can see the tip, the screen tip on the lower right tells you what's going to be entered in each cell. And it just repeats the same thing that's in the original cell. But there are certain words, like the names of the days, that will give you a sequence. So if we type in I1, if we type Monday, no, let's start with Sunday. We type Sunday in I1 and press Control Enter. You don't need 2. All you need is 1. And use the fill handle to fill in all the way to row 12. And you can see as you're going down, it tells you what's being entered in each of those cells.
Oh yes. Wow.
and then down to row 12.
Lovely. The last is a Thursday.
So let's say you want a different sequence, right? You want every other day. If you want a different sequence every other day, then you have to tell Excel that you want a different type of sequence. You don't want every single day, right? You want every other day. So you have to put in 2. So let's click in up. Am I recording? Yeah, I'm recording. Thanks for the reminder. Okay, so you have to tell Excel that you want a different type of sequence. So let's type Sunday. Press enter. And then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, right? Every other day. Then we type Tuesday. But remember, if you don't spell it correctly, it's not going to work. It's not going to guess. It's not going to guess, oh, she meant this. No, you have to spell it correctly. Then press shift and enter to go to the top. Then we select both. We select both. Remember, we put our mouse pointer in the center of the cell, and then we drag down. And then we use the autofill. Autofill. And there it tells us what's being entered in each cell. And then we have Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Monday.
Amazing.
And we can do the same thing with months of the year, right? So let's click in M1. We want all 12 months. So we start with January. January is spelled January. And then press Control Enter. And then, wait, what are we doing? Oh yeah. Then we're going to have all the months. There, we have all the months. And you can do the same thing if you want to enter every 3 months, right? So let's click in. Okay. January.
Okay.
And then use the autofill. You got it?
Mhm.
And then autofill.
We're gonna do every 3 months. So go to January.
Mute your microphone, please.
Let me ask you one question. When you, on the K, you said Sunday and the Tuesday, and do shift enter. Why do you shift enter to go on?
We're moving around. That's one way to move around in Excel. When we press enter, we go to the cell below. When we press shift enter, we go to the cell above. Right, exactly. Exactly. Mhm. When you press Control Enter, you remain in that same cell. Okay, let's click in O1. So we're doing every 3 months, right? So if we are beginning with January, let's type January and then press enter. And we're doing every 3 months. So January, February, March. Yeah. Mhm. So then, March. Then we type March. Then we press shift enter. And then we select both of them. And then we drag down. And it does the January, March, May, July, September, November, January. Excel will never fail you. Remember that Excel will never fail you. Exactly. So if you see something that went wrong, don't blame Excel. Not that way. Okay, so any questions? Oh, quarter, right, yes. Let's look at the quarters, right? The year has 4 quarters, right? January, February, March, quarter 1, April,
April is quarter one. January, February, March.
March, that's what I said.
March and April.
No,
March.
no,
March, quarter one.
there are 12 months.
Divided by four.
There are 12 months. 3 times 4.
You see, I'm bad.
Mhm. So January, February, March, that's quarter 1. April, May, and June, quarter 3. July, August, September, quarter 3. October, November, December, quarter 4. So let's go ahead. In Q1, type quarter, space, and 1. And then finalize, Control Enter. And then we don't need to add quarter 2. We just autofill, and you see it tells us what's happening. So we have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Then we have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Then we have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4.
Using the font.
Mhm. Font color, I changed the font color so you can see how it works.
You were fast.
You just select quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Go to the font group, apply the font color, then select the next quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Go to font color, choose a different color, and then do the same thing with the last set.
Oh, wow. I like that.
Sometimes you can write, let's do S1. You can do QTR, I think it's QTR 1. Control Enter, QTR. Let me see if that's correct. Yes, it is correct. And then autofill. So instead of writing the word quarter, you could shorten it. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. QTR and then space. QTR, then space. Space and then 1.
Here, it is when I select the font color before I fill.
You what?
Before I fill out, I select the color. Is that correct?
I'm not sure what you're saying.
Let me see if I can explain.
Uh-huh.
I did it before, since I want to have different colors,
Mm-hmm.
when I write down QTR space 1, I go to the font.
Oh, you apply it,
And select
but it's gonna make all of them that same color.
exactly, but then I'm gonna stop when it says
Why?
QTR4, then I'm gonna start again filling out with another color.
If you want to do it that way, you can do it that way.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Huh?
5, 6, 7, 8.
Huh? You did something wrong. Which one? Quarter or QTR? The QTR? Okay, QTR and space and then 1. No, autofill. No, control enter. QTR, control enter.
So I'm doing. It is so fast. Okay, thank you. So, Teacher Yolanda, you did all of them, and then you apply the different colors.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's too slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But if you want to do it that way, that's fine. It gets it done, but. Okay. If there are no more questions, we're going to move on to the next topic. What's that? Oh, you weren't able to get it? You got it?
But I want the color like you, that's why I'm.
So just select. For the what? Yeah. January is 31. February and March is 31. 31 days. So you mean all 31 days for January? Oh, no, for the year. Huh? For the year. For the year? Yes. For the year? Oh, let's can do for a month.
Like a calendar?
Like for a month, let's click in P1. And we have January 1, 2022. Press Control Enter. Oh, look what it does. It's changed it. You see? It changed it. And then use your autofill, but just do the autofill till row 12. And it just show you. Oops.
January 1.
Oops.
January 1.
January 1st, 2022. Huh? January space 1 space 2022. Control enter. There. January 2nd, January 3rd, January 4th, and so on. And you can, if you want to do the whole year, you can do the whole year.
Oh, no, you know what happened with mine?
Uh-huh.
Mine is making, but with a different year, on January 1 only.
Oh, you didn't put January 1, 2022. You didn't put that.
Yeah.
No, you
I
didn't.
typed it January 1, 2022.
Uh-huh. But it changes it. It automatically changes it. But we're going to talk about that next week.
Okay.
We're going to talk about the days of the week.
Because mine, maybe I have to include the comma.
Huh?
Probably have to include the comma between.
No. January 1,
January 1, 2023, January 1, 2023.
oh, okay, so you got, oh, you put a, okay. So you put a comma?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
You want me to put the comma maybe?
No, I don't know.
No?
I forget how I put mine in. I think I didn't put a comma either.
No.
I didn't put a comma. Okay, so some students are getting the whole thing, January 1st, 2022, and it's just repeating like that. Uh-huh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Some change like mine, some don't change. Okay. Okay. So let's move on. So,
Do we have to save these or not?
why are you asking that?
You're moving, you say, wait, let's move, this formatting.
No, no, we're
okay.
just talking about something else now.
Okay.
Okay. Yael, could you read the next paragraph, please? The second paragraph. You want me to increase it here or you have it?
There is a command in the alignment group that is a very good useful formatting tool. It is the merge and center command. It combines and centers the content of selected cells so that data will be centered in one cell. And it makes your data and worksheet look neatly organized.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so if we go to the Home tab, Alignment Group, right below the wrap text, right below, we have what?
Merge and center.
Merge and center. Let's read what it says. Combine and center the contents of the selected cells in a new larger cell. This is a great way to create a label that spans multiple columns. It spans multiple columns, left to right, multiple columns. So in order to do that, we have to insert, we're going to insert 2 new rows above row 1. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do it. Let's do the first row that we're going to place above row 1. So we have to place our mouse pointer right on the number 1 and then right click. And then click insert. Insert. Click insert. There we have our first row above row 1. And it converts to row 1. Okay, the other one, you have to click row 1 and then you go to the Home tab, Cells group. In the Cells group, you should see Insert. click the arrow to the right of insert, although you could just click the command as well, but you can click the arrow. And I don't know why they use this term, insert sheet rows, but that's what you click, insert sheet rows. Undo that, undo that, undo that, undo what you just did, the second row. And let's go back to the cells group. And instead of clicking the arrow, just click insert. And there. You don't have to click the arrow. Okay? So that last one was to show you that you don't have to click that arrow to the right. That drop down arrow to the right. So now what's that? Rows. So do it again. Okay, let's click in cell A1. And we're going to type, what was it that we typed? 1 second. We're going to type, okay, that's what we're gonna type. We're gonna type entering data in A1. Was that what we entered? Wait, 1 second. Was that it? 1 second. Oh, no. Sorry. No, delete that. This is what we typed. This is what we're typing in cell A1 using the autofill tool. Right, that one that I said before? No, this is what we're writing in cell A1. So we're entering this in cell A1. Yes, and you can finalize after you type it. Huh? What's that? Cover your. What was that you said? Control enter. Control enter. Using the autofill tool. And then we control enter to finalize. Now, when we want to use the merge and center, you click on the arrow to the right of merge and center. There are different types of merge and centers, but we're only doing that one, that first one. You can merge and center, you can merge across, you can merge cells, and then you can unmerge. So if you merge something, you can come here and unmerge, okay? So, but we're only gonna learn about this one. So, but in order to do this, we have to select all the way across every row, every column that has data in it, right? So that means that we're going to select from A1 all the way to T1, okay? So let's go ahead. We put our select mode cursor in the center of the cell. We click, we hold our click, and we drag to column T. Column T. T as, Thomas. That's today. If, no, but you do it, if yours is not at T, you do it along the columns where you have data. So you're only doing it along the columns where you have data. If yours doesn't go all the way to T, you don't do it all the way to T. So once we select all the cells, we go back to the alignment group and we just click the command. We don't click the arrow to the right, just click the command and there. It merge. So it merges all of those cells and creates just one wide cell. And it centers the text. So you always want a title, right? So you have your title at the top. And the title explains the data that's below it. But we want to make the title stand out, right? So it's already selected. You can see it is the active cell. It has the green border. So we can go to the font group. We can change the font. Let's see, what font do I want? What font do I want? What font do I want? Do I want Cooper? Cooper? No. Let's see. Elephant Pro. No, I don't think I want the Elephant Pro. Franklin Gothic. Georgia. See all those ones that have the cloud to the right? Those you have to download. Gaudi. Let's see, what do I want? I don't see one that I want. Oh, let me try, let me see if it will do jumble. Oh, there it did jumble. Okay. And then you can increase your font size. Increase your font size.
Excuse me,
Yes.
you are too fast.
No, you use whatever font you want. Don't use the font that I'm using.
Fine.
Don't use the font that I'm using. Use whatever font you want. And then increase the font size. If the text is not bold, you can make it bold. Mine is bold, so I don't have to make it any bolder. You can change the font. Change the font to what do we want to change the font? Let's make it a blue. Do we want a green? Let's make it a green. You can change the font color. And we can use the fill color. We can use the fill color, make it even prettier. Use the fill color. We use the fill color. There we go. So pretty. How's that? Mhm.
Wow.
Okay, so let's click our data worksheet. Let's try to practice it there. Click the data worksheet. We're going to insert 2 rows above row 1. What do we do first to insert a row above row 1?
In number 1. In the
Click row 1. Well, the first one, well, okay, do it whichever way you prefer. I'm going to right click and click insert. And then we're gonna add another row. So right click on row 1. Oh, no, you can, well, yeah, I'm just gonna right click and use just the right click. And there we have 2 rows above row 1.
Now we are going to write down, the heading type.
Let me see, I think we used, what did we use? Entering data. We're gonna type entering data in cell A1.
Control enter. And
Entering data, we type that in cell A1. Finalize. Mhm.
go to merge and center.
Remember, we're merging and center, so if you already know how to do it, just keep moving. Okay, everyone has this, entering data?
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
No.
okay, let me enter my entering data. Entering data. Control enter. So once you finalize, go ahead and select across all the columns that have data. Because you want to center it in the middle of all the columns that have data, right? So we select this all the way to G1. A1 through G1. And then we do the merge and center. And then we make it pretty. We make it pretty. Let's see. Let's see. Let me try this Rockwell. Okay, increase your font size. Let's make it bolder. Change the font color. Let's see here. Font color. Add some fill color. Let's try this. Let's try this fill color. There we go. Who wants to practice one more time in another worksheet? Okay, so let's see which one, the cursors or the elements? No, the cursors. Cursors.
This is good.
Uh-huh. So let's use, let's insert our 2 rows above row 1. 2 rows above row 1. Insert 1, then insert the second one. And then you have to click cell A1. You have to click cell A1. And what are we gonna name this? This is what's what? using cursors. Using cursors. We're gonna type using cursors in cell A1. Cursors. Using cursors. Mhm. Then finalize. Finalize. All right, we select all the way across. We do go to the alignment group and do our merge and center. And then we make it pretty. We make it pretty. Let me use this. Using cursors. Using cursors. Can we make that bold? Oh no, that bold doesn't look good with that. Then change the font color. Change the font color and add some. Oops. Okay. And you know, you can even add a border. You can add a border to the left of the fill color. We have our borders. So you can click the arrow to the right of border and choose all borders. Or you can choose thick outside borders. Thick outside borders. There. Thick outside borders. Huh? To the left of the fill color. To the left of fill color. You don't see what? To the left of fill color.
I apply it, but I don't see the document.
Did you choose the thick, did you choose the thick outside border? Okay. So you don't see it? Maybe it's the color of the fill color that you use.
Oh, yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have to be on the cell to see.
Okay, so are we ready to move on? What's that? Okay, let's move along. Any questions? Any questions? Okay. So, Hadi, could you read? Have you read already tonight? No? Okay, let me increase this if you have it already. Let me increase it so you can read it from the board. How's that? Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Alphabet. Oh, no, no. That's alphabet. Let's say, or begin on the or you have formatted the data in any way and you delete it using the backspace or delete it will only delete the data, not the formatting.
Okay, very important.
Yes.
If you have a cell where you formatted that data in the cell, if you delete it, you'll only delete the data. You won't delete the formatting. Continue.
In order to delete any formatting left in the cell after you have deleted the data, you must select the cell where you want to remove the format. And once the Home tab editing group, click the remove command and choose what you want to see from the cell. Only then will all of the data of the formatting be removed from the cell.
Okay, so let's work with that for a moment. Let's go back to our formatting worksheet. Okay, let's use Q1. Q1 in Q, it's now in Q3. Click on that. If you haven't applied a font color, go ahead and apply a font color. And then let's see, we can, I'm not sure if we change the font. Yeah, let's change the font. Let's change the font. Choose any font you want. Choose any font. You can make it italic. Let's see what else. What else? What else do we want to use? Let's use the orientation. Let's use the orientation. Click to the right of orientation, the arrow to the right of orientation. And let's do angle counterclockwise, the first one. Angle counterclockwise. Okay. So let's say we can delete this in any way, right? We can double click in the cell and either do backspace or delete, or let me do finalize it, or we could just click in the cell and press the delete key. You don't really have to double click in the cell. You can just press delete. As long as the cell is active, all you have to press is delete. So you delete the data. So go ahead and type your first name. And finalize it. You see what I mean? The formatting remains. Although you deleted the data, the formatting remains. So what do we do if we don't want that formatting? We can do it We can do it after we delete whatever was there, or we can do it once we have entered something else in the cell. So we have entered something else in the cell. So we go to the Home tab, Editing Group. Look for the Editing Group. Just look, keep looking. Keep looking, keep looking. Group names, look at the group names on the Home tab. Editing. You're not looking at all of them.
Oh, yes, I got it. It's here. It's beside cells.
Mhm. So in the editing group, on the left side of the editing group, look at the bottom on the left side. Just put your mouse pointer and it should say clear, clear. And it says delete everything in the cell or remove just the formatting, contents, comments, or hyperlinks. So let's click the arrow. And you can choose clear all. You can choose clear formats. You can choose clear contents. You can choose clear comments and notes. You can choose clear hyperlinks. So let's try clear contents. When we choose clear contents, it removes what's there. But guess what? Did it delete the formatting? No. Type your name again. And then finalize it. Didn't delete the formatting. Let's go back to the editing group on the Home tab and click the clear command. Now, what do we have? We can choose clear formats. Yes, let's click clear formats. There. And the formatting is gone, but the data remains. It only removed the formatting. So let's undo that. Let's go back to the clear command. Huh? You have only what? Look, what does it say down there? Does it say ready? Guess what? You see the insertion point blinking, right? You have to
Miss
tap-
Yolanda,
Control enter, control enter, stop. No, you already did it. Yes, someone called me?
yeah, that's Gloria.
Mhm.
I lost how to center the title on the sales where I can see yours. Let me go back on I can see, yes. Where it is you're using the auto feed tools, yeah, on the center. So mine are lost when you have the font size and the color. So I didn't get the how to center the title on one sheet of.
We've been going past that. So you haven't been doing this clear?
No, I was doing just on the other loss where you selected the center on the cells. I mean, trying, but
Come on, Come on. When we finished, I asked if anyone had any questions.
I didn't get you.
I asked several times, does anyone have any questions? Right now, we are doing something else.
Yeah, I'm on that page, but I don't want to lose that. Okay, even sometime the end can be with Gato or even you to catch up. Okay, thank you for not to lose the focus on where we are now.
Okay. So help me get me back where I was. Oh, the clear. So what was the last one we did? Clear formats, right? So then let's do the one at the top. Clear all. Clear all. Now let's type our name again. Finalize, Control Enter. Any questions? Any comments? Let's go to another worksheet. Let's go to the data worksheet. And let's use cell C3, where we had the 350. That's where we had the formula, right? And we had the formatting. We have several formattings on that. Let's go ahead and click on it. So let's go to the editing group and click the clear command. Which one you want to do first? Contents? Okay, let's go ahead and click clear contents. Clear contents. Oh, it doesn't remove? Okay, so it only removes the data. Okay, so what did we have there again? 350? Let's type 350 again. 350 and Control Enter to finalize. There. And then let's click away to see. Oh, see, it's still the same.
Yeah, but there's no formula now.
No, there's no formula anymore. We deleted the, yeah, let's do the formula. Let's add the formula, see if that changes. Let's go back to the formula. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, let's undo until we go back to the formula. Okay. And then let's go back to the clear command. Which one you want to do next?
Clear for
Clear formats? Okay, let's click clear formats. There. It clears the format, doesn't clear the formula, and it doesn't clear the data. Okay, let's undo. Okay, let's click away. It's still there, same way. Okay, let's click on it again. Let's go to the clear command
clear all.
and clear all. There. Now type 350, 350. There. Control Enter. There. Huh? You did what? Undo? We did clear all. We did clear all. No, we did clear all. And then we didn't undo. We just entered 350 after we cleared all. Did you do clear all? Okay, then you just enter 350 again. So you didn't do it right. You did not do it right. Okay, we didn't do undo. We just did clear all, and then we typed 350. Okay. Any questions? Let me let you digest. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay. So let's look at, there's an exercise for you to practice. Remember, after each section, there's always an exercise for you to practice. Tomorrow, we're going deeper into the really fun stuff. Entering and formatting values. I love this. I love this. I love this. And performing calculations. Ah, hey. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so let's look at the homework. Don't forget to save your practice. Save it. If you have a question, just leave it open and then we'll talk about it after I show you the homework. Okay, let's go to the Microsoft Excel folder in Schoology. What's that? We're going to download the formatting labels and values exercise. Formatting labels and values exercise in the Microsoft Excel folder in OneDrive. Download it. Download the formatting labels and values exercise. Keeping the same name. Okay, so we're downloading formatting labels and values exercise, and we're saving it in the Excel folder in OneDrive. Hmm?
I did something wrong because it's saying click the document title to read. Without the word of click to it, for file, save, or wrong.
Oh, that's okay. It's because it has that, wait, let me show you. You have a message. Let me show you. That message is okay. It's just warning you that there is something strange inside the worksheet. So you see it, there's this protected view. Be careful. Files from the internet can contain viruses. Oh, that's the enable editing. Right, we enable editing. Oh, there's another one?
Save it in Excel.
Even,
Okay, so we enable editing.
Mr. Yolanda, I can't find them. I can't find this exercise. You say formatting, value exercise. I went in the one construct exercise, basic computer 2. And on Excel, I can find this on this file. What you say, formatting value exercise. I can find it.
Did you go to the Schoology?
Yes.
You opened the Microsoft Excel folder?
Yes.
No, you didn't.
Oh,
Because if you did, you'd find it. So try that again. Go to Schoology, open the Microsoft Excel folder.
it's a folder.
And you're looking for formatting labels and values. Okay, so the homework, oh, let's go ahead and save it. File, save as.
It's Yolanda, I'm telling you, emphasize on this. The one I have, I can see see Microsoft. Say this. Oh, let me see. Yeah, on Microsoft Excel, I have a formatting value. Oh,
Reload it, reload the page, reload
Okay.
the page,
okay, the last one. Okay, thank you.
reload the page
Uh-huh.
and check again.
Okay. Fine.
Okay, so we're doing, your homework is sheet 1. Sheet 1. So go ahead and click sheet 1. And you get that message, auto save turned off. This workbook contains features that prevent it from using auto save. Please save your workbook manually. We already saved it. So on sheet 1, you have 6 things that you have to do. Number 1, it says in cell A1, type entering labels. In cell A3, type Sunday. Then use the autofill cursor to fill in the days till Saturday, horizontally, right? Horizontally. Number 4, in cell A1, use the merge and center command from A1 to G1. So you're using that, meaning that you're going to select A1 through G1 and then use the merge and center. Okay, number 5, in cell A1, change the font to Britannic bold, the font size to 16, the font color to standard colors, dark red, and apply fill color, standard colors, orange.
Orange.
And number 6, oh, you found it.
Yeah, I found it. On the page.
Then number 6, rename the worksheet tab to labels and apply a color to it. So we haven't done that. We haven't applied colors to our tabs. So let's go to our practice. Let's go to our practice and let's, oh, where's my practice? Practice. Oh, here's the practice. Okay, let's add colors to all of our sheet tabs. Let's begin with elements. Right-click elements. Look for tab color and choose a tab color. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so let's right-click cursors. Click tab color, choose a different color. Now let's do data. Right-click data and do the other,
Good evening.
the rest of it.
Carlos Rosario, students, teachers, and staff. Today is Wednesday, May 4th, 2022. These are your evening announcements. In honor of Teachers Appreciation Week, we want to thank you. We want to thank teachers for all the hard work and dedication they show to helping students accomplish their goals. Students, please thank your teacher today for all they do. Student services will be in room 217 on the second floor to answer questions about transportation services. Food services is selling hot meals near the exits. At this time, classes in level 5, level 4, and level 1, you may dismiss.
Okay, any questions about the homework?
The question where it says that put it horizontally.
Y'all, if you don't mind, give me Miss Nangata, even you and
Number 3, in cell A5. Oh, number 2. So horizontally, you're just doing it this way, left to right, rather than top to bottom. Left to right, horizontally.
Oh, so I'm going to put the pointer on the cell, on the right.
Autofill,
And then I'm going to grab
Right.
horizontal.
yes. Okay. So have a good evening. Be safe out there. And see you all tomorrow.
if
And
God
don't-
will. Thank
Don't
you.
forget, I need to know what class you want next semester. If you want to continue in the evening, and what mode do you want? Do you want in person? You want virtual, or you want hybrid? Okay, so I need those. What class you want if you pass this class? What class you want if you don't pass this class? Do you want to remain evening? And do you want in person? Do you want virtual, or do you want hybrid?
I will resend it because I didn't. If I want
Classes.
hybrid or
Okay, okay.
Yeah, Miss Yolanda, you can have these two options, hybrid and in person.
Time, classes in level 3, computer basics, and orientation, you may dismiss.
The computer didn't, Bye, Miss Yolanda. Good night, Miss
Good
Yolanda.
night. Good night.
Thank you.
Your AT&T wasn't working,
No,
so you couldn't get on the internet?
no. I use the.
Oh, student.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Can I leave this here? They can fix it?
Tomorrow I'll be in the class.
You have to call them.
Okay.
Have to call?
Yeah. You're not coming tomorrow?
Yes, I will come.
Yeah, call them. Call them and tell them that you'll be here tomorrow, that you need help.
Okay.
So your AT&T is not working
Yes, no.
at home? It doesn't work?
No, he was working, but when I come here, it's not working.
Okay. So if it works at home, if it works at home, no problem.
No,
But if,
I will try.
try the student when you come here.
I will try after.
Okay. So if it doesn't work, then call them. Okay.
Mr. Randall, that's for the AM student or for the?
I do, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Let's see. Oh, I put AM? Okay, no. So, that's for April, right? So it's, no, it's for you. If you got the email, it's for you.
Okay, I will put the room 110.
110 in front of the auditorium.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Sure, you're welcome.
Okay, good night.
Okay, good night.
This question is only for the elements.
What?
The elements. I mean, the first question, this one you gave us now.
The homework?
Yeah, it's only the elements you're gonna do.
What do you mean only the elements? I don't understand what you.
He said, the question is saying, the first one you're gonna do the elements or the whole.
Not good at element.
Well, I mean, you did also, you did data and formatting.
This is for your practice. It's not the homework. We're talking about the practice.
No,
Oh.
the homework.
The homework is the other one, not this one. The homework is formatting. Okay, now go to the.
At this time, classes in level 2 and GED, you may dismiss.
This is the homework. Yeah, this is the homework. You're only doing sheet 1. You're not doing
Yeah,
sheet.
that's what I said, I was asking sheet one, I made it.
Oh, okay.
I said element,
Oh.
sheet one.
Oh, you finished. Okay.
Yeah, this about class.
Mhm.
I want to ask what your name.
No, send me an email.
Send your email.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Ronald, I will return my listen. I sent it to you yesterday, but I didn't.
The what?
I mean, the class I would like to take.
Oh, you sent me an email? Okay.
Yeah, I will send it back.
No, if you sent it, no.
No, I didn't, indicate the evening.
Oh, okay, okay. Send it again.
I see three, do they have evening class on it?
Yes. But they only have hybrid though.
Hybrid, okay.
Yeah.
So it's hybrid. Hybrid is 2 days from school and other days.
Uh-huh. No, next semester, it's going to be 3 days in the classroom and 1 day virtual. Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in the classroom and Thursday virtual next semester
Evening class.
for evening class, yeah.
Because, the daytime is,
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in the classroom and Thursday and Friday virtual. That's the morning. You're welcome.
They make more